First of all, it's good to hear and see many brothers online sharing their NoFap journeys, sharing their streaks, whether that's with NoFap or semen retention. The fact that there is content out there for people to watch, for other men and young men to watch, the men that are up and coming, the men of the new generations to come, well, all of this content and information online is fantastic because an addiction to PMO is detrimental, and to have people to look up to is something that just didn't exist 10 years ago, right? So it's good to see the evolution of us as a human species, as men in particular. The second thing that I want to say is I'm on day number 18 of NoFap, and I have no intentions of relapsing, which is good. 30-day challenge is going well so far. I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling ecstatic. I have remained consistent, right? I remain productive, clean and healthy. And I feel good about myself, right? Because I think I'm now in a place where I don't have to worry about relapsing ever and ever again. I'm not going to lie, I have had 3 occasions where I have had an urge to relapse over the course of these 18 days, but that's normal, right? 3 urges out of 18 is not that extreme. If we divide that by 3, 6, 12, 18. Okay, that's an urge every 6 days. So 1 urge per week, roughly. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all, right? So if you're on your journeys of NoFap and semen retention, then please keep going. Please refrain from the urges because you're going to feel 10 times better when you don't relapse, right? So day 18, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling energetic. I'm feeling happy. What piece of advice do I have for you today on this channel? Look, I mentioned earlier that I'm happy about brothers sharing their journeys of NoFap and semen retention, and this is good for the younger men who are growing up and who are going to build and guide the new generation that's to come, right? But there is something about NoFap that nobody ever says, and that is that it's challenging and difficult and hard to master, right? A lot of people share their streaks and their journeys, and they tell you they've done a year and they've done 2 years, and all of this is amazing and it's great, but they've had to put in work, right? They've had to be disciplined. They've had to be strict with themselves. And this form of discipline is difficult to apply. It's challenging, right? And I say this because I remember when I first started NoFap, the urges to relapse were just so unbearable, right? I wasn't strong enough to fight the urges. But I had to keep myself going. I had to remain consistent, meaning that every time I relapsed, I had to continue on my journey of NoFap. I had to stop myself from just relapsing over and over again, right? What I'm trying to tell you is that the men out there who have actually mastered NoFap, the men out there who have managed to break free from the addiction to PMO have done some very, very difficult work, right? Some good work. I have appreciation for anybody who has the decency and the self-discipline to refrain and abstain from an addiction to PMO. Because once again, it is hard. It is challenging. It's difficult to master NoFap. It's difficult to master semen retention. This is why people have the drive and the ambition to share their journeys and their days and the information that they've acquired over the periods that they've been doing either NoFap or semen retention. It's because it's difficult, right? They've had to put in work. They're the ones who have actually got themselves out of those negative situations, got to a place where they're happy with themselves and their lives, and now they're sharing this content and information online because, once again, they know the difficulties of NoFap. They know the challenges, right? So once again, I appreciate anybody and everybody who is on NoFap, who is doing semen retention, because you're pushing yourselves. You're forcing yourselves to become wiser. You're forcing yourselves to become stronger, more intelligent. What you are doing is accelerating your evolution as a man. Because as I've mentioned in previous videos, if you have the discipline to abstain from pornography and masturbation, you will have the discipline to do the majority of the things that you want to do in your life, that you want to accomplish. Because if you have the discipline to abstain from a form of pleasure, then you will have the discipline to do things that are going to get you to where you need to get to, right? Whether that's with fitness, business, relationships, whatever you want to create and manifest as a man is doable through the acts of NoFap. But really give yourself a pat on the back if you are on this journey, because once again, it's difficult, right? It's hard. There's nothing easy about a journey of NoFap and semen retention. A boy will relapse, but a man will remain consistent. Choose which one you want to be.